Welcome back. Now, I want us to talk about another serious issue of great importance: childlessness in marriage. I'm not going to talk to the detail, I'm not going to give details on this, but I want you to read the follow up write up. The follow up write up will help you understand what I mean about childlessness. No, you don't even wish your enemy. Nobody will wish his or her enemy childlessness. Childlessness is not a good experience. Childlessness in marriage is not a good thing, especially in this part of the world. In Africa and in our own land, we value child so much. When a woman gets married, it is expected that maybe after 1 year, she should be having a child or thereabout. She should be having a child. But when a couple is wedded and then after the period of honeymoon and pleasure, and then nothing comes out of it, no pregnancy, no child, it's a painful experience. But some of us are the fault. Some of us are at fault. Some of us create a problem. Our bodies, God has built us in special ways. Some of us don't marry when we should marry. Some of us don't marry when we should marry. And then some of us, before we get married, we have overused our body. We have overused our body. Some men, before you now begin to think of getting married, you have overused your strength. And so what remains is chaff. You now use drugs to complement. And then some ladies, before now you begin to think of getting married or having a child, you have also wasted your strength. You've also wasted your eggs, and your body has been weakened. So that kind of thing. And then some others also coupled with infections upon infections, and then quack treatments. And then when you get married, such things. Now you see, I encourage people to marry as early as possible. As early as possible. Marry. So that you begin to fight your battle as early as possible. The Bible says that it is good for a young man to bear his yoke, to bear his burden, to carry his responsibility when he is still young. So our bodies. So get married when you should marry. Childlessness is not a good thing. Nothing is as painful as being childless after getting married. It is a very painful condition. I am a witness to that. It took us about 5 years to get our first child. And within that period, only God knows the challenge. Just within a short, we passed through her. A lot of things transpire. God knows what I'm talking about. And those of us who know me, we really know what we went through that very time. But some people will start up to 10 years, 15 years. Assuming that you married late, maybe you married at the age of 40, and a lady you married at the age of 35 or thereabout, and then you spend 4 years, 5 years before you get it. Now look at that. If you marry at the age of 35, and then you happen to experience this very challenge, maybe after 5 years. So you'll be having your first child at the age of 40. And you are a man, you married at the age of 40. You see that after that, you've been having your first child at the age of 45. And by this very time, your body have started experiencing certain biological weaknesses. So we have to be very, very careful here. Go to gynos, go to doctors, medical practitioners. Read. You get to know more. Infertility is a major cause of childlessness in marriage. And some have divorced, some have married second wife, third wife, thinking that maybe the fault is from their wife. And some wives also go out playing the playboy and body roles, thinking that their husband is the fault. A lot of things transpire, you know, a lot of things transpire in the midst of childlessness. So childlessness is a global reproductive health issue that affects many individuals and couples. But it's like the challenge is more prevalent in some places than others. I hear of some places where um, infertility is dominant. I don't know why. Maybe is it because of their environment? Because of I don't understand that. Let me not mention the name of some of the places that I've come across. Now, God instituted marriage for three main purposes: companionship, sexual satisfaction, and procreation. None is more important than the other, but procreation is the climax. So when you get married without child coming out of it, you know what it means. And of course, some people don't believe in adoption. Some people see adoption as something else. A marriage without procreation makes one empty and unfulfilled. Yeah. The cry of a baby is the wish and desire of every married couple, and none would wish be childless after getting married. God's wish for marriage is procreation, as to multiply and fill the earth. See Genesis chapter 1, 27, 28. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female, he created them. And so God blessed them and asked them to be fruitful. You see, so children are blessings from God, and He desires children for marriage. See Psalm 127, verse 3 to 5. Sons are a heritage from the Lord, children a reward from Him. So God did not make mistake. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are sons born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not be put to shame when they contend with the enemies in the gate. And so there is no smoke without fire. No smoke without fire. Things don't just happen. Things don't just happen. Childlessness is a result of many factors. Every childless condition has a cause. I don't like the word natural, for I don't believe God created anyone with a defect. Let's take a short break and we'll come back to this.